Good night, Patricia. Good night, Ava B. Good night, labor rights. Andrew lick them with a bigger airport. Good night, everybody. Won't you enjoy your dinner this evening? Me can't tell when I me cook. I am ashamed to say I don't cook, my dear. And to double up the minimum wage. Bro, got double up the minimum wage. Feel we bro got him banya. Guys, good evening. Please share the live. Share the live in the PNP WhatsApp group. Good evening. And then we bring down the crime and violence. Crime down by 30%. Under Andrew Michael Holness. There is no day again, no Bracca Master. No day again, everybody gainful. And bro got everybody have a job. Share the live, guys. And with the labor rights are no fool. Labor rights, good evening. Welcome to Munchie B Talks Politics. Who they hear, who not they hear, we catch it later on. Guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me this evening. How was your guys' weekend? How was the weekend? It was good? Well, the weekend was good and nice and everything was fine. Everybody healthy and fine. Welcome. Thank you for joining me this evening. Guys, please to share the live so the others can know that I am here. I'm going to be here for 1 hour. Time me, guys. When you see 1 hour come, I'm going to type in the chat and say, Munchie B, 1 hour, you can't stop now. Okay, so guys, comrade leader, Mark Jefferson Golden, the highest paid politician in Jamaica, the man we born with a gold spoon in his mouth, the man we born with a trust fund, Mark Jefferson Golden, went in the diaspora to beg money over the weekend. He went on a begging spree because on no say comrade leader mean and comrade leader no plan to spend on a fee money and the private sector now bank pan Golden because the private sector in Jamaica knows that Mark Golden is a loser. So him have to go in the diaspora go beg the runaway comrade them. The one them who run away from Jamaica under Michael Manley. The one them who that Connecticut who caught one of the 5 flight a day under Michael Manley. Them in gone over, gone cry too and gone look campaign fun. So Mark Jefferson Golden went to the diaspora to tear down and bring down and go on with himself and cause negativity in the country. Can me tell you something, guys? Mark Golden don't love Jamaica, you know. Mark Jefferson Golden don't love the country. Because every time Mark Golden goes in diaspora, him talk be a negativity about the country. Every time Mark Jefferson Golden go in the diaspora to beg money and to collect offering, Mark Golden is always negative about our country. Now him go a Connecticut figure do him begging. I know him have to tell one bag of lie and one bag of story and one bag of propaganda to get the money. So here is Mark Jefferson Golden now in the diaspora, and Mark Golden said, Mark Golden don't know what will happen to the country if the Jamaica Labour Party gets a 3rd term. Let me repeat that. While Mark Golden was in the diaspora begging money over the weekend, Mark Golden fix him PNP mouth and say negative mouth, him tear down mouth, him fear mongering mouth and say him no know what gonna happen to the country if the Jamaica Labour Party get a third term. Well, Mark Golding, good evening. I am here to tell you what will happen to our country, to our beautiful country, when Andrew Michael Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party gets the third term. So come Mark Golding, draw a stool, draw your chair and come here, Papa. Come here, Mark Gordon, and let me tell you what will happen to our country when Andrew Michael Holness gets the third term. Now, currently, we are experiencing the lowest unemployment rate in the history of Jamaica. So when Andrew Michael Holness gets the third term, that will continue to go down. Not only that, we will now have more skilled persons, because as we speak, we are now training people at art to do ship maintenance and to fix ship. We're now training more engineer. We're now training more carpenter. We're now training more electrician, more plumber, more everything. So you know what, next term, when Andrew Holness farm government, Mark Golding, what will happen to our country? We will have more skilled workers. Okay. Secondly, education. When Andrew Holness farm government in our third term, Mark Golding, our government will invest heavily in early childhood. We already started it under Bruce Golding, because when Bruce Golding won the election, as I said the other night, the children, the basic school picking them the duns. Them couldn't read, them couldn't write, them was singing the ABC, them couldn't form capital and common letter. And Andrew Holness went in and revamped the system, send the teacher, them go get training and start paying the teachers. So in our third term, we will build more early childhood institution. We will continue to pay our teachers more. We will implement other things in our education system, where we're going to have computer for the young kids. Every child is going to have a laptop. Our special needs kids will have their own school with them shadow, where they can get the help that they need. That is what will happen in our third term as it relates to education. When it comes to the primary level, we will build up more primary school, more computer in the primary school, pay our teachers more, and we will also have more STEM training in our primary school, where we're going to separate the kids them, and we're going to have focus more on science, technology, and all those things in our primary school. So when the kids get to high school, them already acclimatized with what's going on, so them can learn more. That is what Andrew Holness will do as far as education is concerned in our third term. We will continue with the no guarantor at the Student Loan Bureau under Andrew Michael Holness. It has started, and Mark Golding, I saw where you post on Twitter to say that you was the first one in 2021 and 2022 made the suggestion for us to remove guarantor, and we debunked that already in the Mark Golding. We debunked that already, because Jamaica Labour Party had that in our 2020 manifesto. But not only that, in 2009, when Andrew Michael Holness was the Minister of Education, you can go in JIS, you can type it in, you can see it, Mark Golding. Andrew Holness was making a presentation where he said that we need to come up with a strategy to collect our money from the runaway comer, them who collect the student loan, use it up and gone overseas. He also said that when we collect that money, we can now remove the guarantor process, and people can now go and get the loan and go and get the education. That was from 2007, when Andrew Michael Holness was the Minister of Education. Do not forget, Mark Golding, that when time in 2012, when Ronnie Twait was the Minister of Education, Ronnie Twait tell the teacher themselves to stop pitting them to stop go to school, go be a teacher, because the government don't have any work for them, and the government don't have any money to pay them, and they must go find something else to do. He also told the lawyers to stop going to school, because the government can't take no more lawyers. You forget? You forget Mark Golding. So when we ask you to tell us how your plans and your policies, don't come and change the color of Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party policies and put them in an orange ink and say they are your plans. They are not your plans. The Jamaica Labour Party already have it. And let me tell you something, Mark Golding. The People's National Party is the great party of conceptualization. You know, the great conceptualizer. All you do is have whole heap of ideas and whole heap of plan according to your ideas. You guys have a lot of ideas in the pipeline, but the pipe has been clogged up for years. So that's what we're going to do as it relates to education. Now let's move to agriculture. I saw a video on TikTok where this farmer in St. Elizabeth made a video to say that him have whole heap of tomato on him farm and him can't get no sale and him a call and he's calling on Flight Green and he's calling on Andrew Holness. Flight Green, please reach out to that farmer in St. Elizabeth that made that video on TikTok saying that him have whole heap of tomato upon him farm and him not have no buyer. Flight Green, please reach out to that PNP farmer there and take the tomato them from him and distribute them to the schools in St. Elizabeth for the school for the part program children so them can have salad to eat with them lunch and you can use some and make ketchup, you can use some and make sauce. Calling on Flight Green, please, please, please reach out to that farmer in St. Elizabeth. Him sound like him a PNP, but that is beside the point. Reach out to him and take him tomato from him because me hear him say, oh, tomato have $10 or $15. That is a lie. I went to the Mandeville market today and tomato is $200 a pound. Tomato is $200 a pound in the Mandeville market. So I don't know where I talk about him say tomato for $10 and $15. But we know some PNP love propaganda and we know some PNP lie. So we're not gonna follow them up with that lie story there. Flight Green, please just go in, take those tomatoes from him, distribute them to the primary schools in St. Elizabeth so they can use it in the PAT program and give the PAT children them to eat. Now, as it relates to agriculture, Mark Golding, you said on Saturday that you don't know what will happen to Jamaica if Andrew Holness government gets a third term. Let me tell you what will happen to Jamaica as it relates to agriculture. This government will continue to invest in agriculture. To date, we have invested over $1 billion in agriculture. We're in the process of building the plants so we can store things. So when processing plant, so when you have whole heap of supply coming in, we're gonna have the plant so we can process things and we can make ketchup from those things. We can make sauce, any little thing. We're in the process of building processing plant as we speak because the People's National Party under Percival Noel James Patterson did not build not one processing plant in the 18 and a half years of Percival. When Roger Clark was the Minister of Agriculture, all Roger Clark was walking around to do is dancing up in big fat self and winding up with the ladies. He didn't put anything in place. And as Edward Siaga said, it takes cash to care. And me hear the PNP and make nice now when I talk about processing plant. Why didn't you guys build some in the 18 and a half years of Percival Noel James Patterson? Why don't never build some processing plant? You never have the money to do it. We didn't have the money in the 18 and a half years of Percival. There was no money to build any processing plant. It is because of the policies of Andrew Michael Holness where we pay down the debt and we free up more money. And now we have money can invest in agriculture in the right way. So now we're in the process of building the plants in St. Elizabeth and in Trelawney and other communities and other parishes so people can have processing plant to store them things and etc. etc. So Mark Golding, as I said before, you ask what the government will do, what will happen to our country if Andrew Holness win a third term. That is what we're going to do as it relates to agriculture. When Andrew Holness win the third term, Mark Golding, we're going to have the lowest debt in the history of Jamaica. By the end of March, our debt to GDP will be about 65%. When Andrew Holness get the third term, Mark Golding, our debt to GDP will be will be 60. That is the benchmark for every first world country. That is where our debt to GDP will be in our third term. I saw in the Barbados today where Mayor Motley said that in 2035, the Barbados debt to GDP will be at 68. We are already at 68 in 2025. And Mia Matley saying that 10 years from now, she'll get where we at now. So Mark Golding, when you ask what will Andrew Holness do or what will happen to our country, what will happen to our country when Prime Minister Holness gets his third term, that is what will happen to our country. We will have low debt. We will have high salary for our public sector workers, because now we're going to have more money to pay them more. We will have people with high skill because we're going to be training people for different areas. We will now have, as it relates to healthcare, in our third term, Mark Jefferson Golding, you asked, let me tell you, in our third term, we will break ground to build a brand new hospital for the people of Kingston and St. Andrew. We will also build a brand new block at St. Margaret's in St. Thomas. We will also finish up with Cornwall Regional and the Children's Hospital as well. We will also be building a brand new hospital in St. Mary. So you ask what the government is what will happen to our beautiful country. That is what will happen to our country. And you, Dr. Daz, I heard you on the platform last night talking about Portmore will become a wellness city under PNP. Yes, Portmore will become a wellness city because you, Dr. Daz, is going to be there to open up your private practice and your private park and your private institution for people to pay to use it. Remember, Dr. Daz, let me remind you something because I wrote it down. In 2012, July 2012, Mayor George Lee said that Portmore will get a hospital by the end of the year. In 2012, Dr. Dawes, let me remind you, the then Mayor George Lee said that the people of Portmore will get a hospital by the end of the year. Where is that hospital? Where is that hospital, Dr. Dawes? Mayor Lee also said that Transport Authority will be there. He also said that they're going to build parks. Where are those things that Mayor Lee promised the people of Portmore? Where are those things that does the people of Portmore will not be tricked and distracted by you and the PNP? The people of Portmore will not take 6 for a 9 again because Mayor Lee promised them and tricked them already. What you want in a doctor does, you want to privatize healthcare in Portmore because you already started, you're your Tapanaris friend, and that is what you want to continue to do, talking about wellness city. Andrew Michael Holness will turn Portmore into a wellness parish. Andrew Michael Holness, Dr. Dawes, will turn Portmore into a wellness parish. We are well underway. We are now building the Resilience Park that will be completed in September. We already identified land to make the hospital in Bernard Lodge. We already identified lodge to make the transport center. We already identified, we're going to upgrade the Greater Portmore Health Center. Minister of Water is already in Greater Portmore to fix the problem that the People's National Party has created in Greater Portmore. Do not forget, Dr. Dawes, that it was Percival Noel James Pattison who built that school on the sewage, on the bank of the sewage plant. That is Percival Noel James Pattison, because he did not care about the people of Portmore, so he built this school in a shit house. Don't forget that. You guys have no plans for the people of Portmore. Imagine, guys, the PNP advertise a town hall meeting for Portmore to talk about Portmore becoming a parish, the pros and the cons. Could you believe my surprise when I go up on YouTube last night and see everybody in the town hall in an orange shirt? And when we look on the shirt, majority of the people them have on shirt from Wall, shirt from Denise Daly, shirt from Natalie Nita, and shirt from Damian Crawford. You can pick out for your one hand the people them who have on Portmore shirt. That was not a town hall for Portmore people. That was not a town hall for Portmore people. That was a PNP campaign event. That event was a PNP campaign event. You guys did not list one reason why Portmore should not become a parish. All you not seek about is for the lazy Mayor Thomas to keep his position. Nothing at all. You guys cannot tell the people of Portmore one good reason why Portmore cannot become a parish. The lazy, incompetent, good for nothing Mayor Thomas is saying that he's gonna fight with every single thing in his bone to make sure that the Portmore don't become a parish. Mayor Thomas, when Percival and Pickersgill made a decision to sell out the people of Portmore and charge them to enter and exit their homes, why didn't you fight for the people of Portmore with every fiber of your being? Why didn't you, lazy, incompetent Mayor Thomas? Why didn't you fight for the people of Portmore? Well, let me tell you something, Mayor Thomas and Portmore, and Mayor Thomas and PNP. You could have lift up the wall of Jamaica and Kerga Portmore. Portmore will become a parish. The people of Portmore deserve to have a say on how their tax dollars are being spent. The people of Portmore tired to watch the news and hear say the mayor of St. Catherine I use their money to do whatever he want to do. The people of Portmore tired to watch the news and hear say Klangsman gang spend their money. So you could have gathered the entire garrison of the PNP in Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine and care to Portmore. The people of Portmore will have a say and Portmore will become a parish. Now, back to you, Mark Golden. You said that you don't know what will happen to the country if Andrew Holness gets a third term. Let me tell you, tourism. As it is now, we have the highest recording amount of tourism hitting our island under Andrew Michael Holness. Record amount of investors. Investors coming in now, and they're coming in now, and they're building places for the tourism workers to work. They are coming in now and the government is giving them health care. We are now seeing where our tourist dollars is being spent back in our country. So you ask what will happen to our country if we get a third term. Tourism will continue to grow. The people of Jamaica will continue to benefit from our tourism dollars. That is what will happen when Andrew Michael Holness form the next government. You ask what will happen to our country if Andrew Holness gets a third term? Crime will continue to go down because under Percival Noel James Patterson, Jamaica was the murder capital of the world. And as we speak, crime is 30% down. Our Jamaica Constabulary Force members are for the first time emboldened and coming out strong on the criminals and the dirty corner boy. Them no afraid of the Jamaica Constabulary Force member. We now have the criminal running around Jamaica like chicken without head because we the people of Jamaica and the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force depend them back like PP clock and good sense will prevail and the Jamaica Labour Party and the JCF will restore law and order in our country. So when you go to the diaspora, Mark Jefferson Golden, and you're begging PNP fund, you're begging campaign donation, you need to tell the people the truth. No amount of doom and gloom, no amount of false news and propaganda will change the mood on the ground, will change the fact that the people of Jamaica do not want to see the People's National Party. You are 18% in the poll for a reason, because you have no plan, you have no policy, you have no hope, you don't love Jamaica, go back to your country. So you said to the diaspora on the weekend that the Jamaica Labour Party government is corrupt. What corrupt? Where is the corruption? According to Cliff Hughes, you thought that the IC would have given you a prize and lock up Andrew Holness for corruption. That did not work, because no weapon that form against Andrew Michael Holness shall prosper. And you tried your very best. You and the PNP Gleaner tried your uttermost best to rile up the people of Jamaica and to set the IC on the back of the government. And see, the incompetent, disgraced former commissioner of the IC, Justice Panton, left under a cloud of controversy and big cloud overhead. You know, you're nobody that asks about him, Mark. You know, guys, you know, when you have a little friend, or you have one principal, or you have one pastor, when they gone, you miss them, you say, Lord God, me miss him. In Ghana, me miss him. You hear anybody say they miss Justice Panton? You hear anybody in any walks of the island say, oh, we miss Justice Panton? Nobody no miss Justice Panton. Nobody don't miss Justice Panton, because Justice Panton was a failure. Mark Gold and the PNP thought that they could use the IC and Justice Panton to bring down Andrew Michael Holness, and they failed miserably. 57% of the country said they don't want to hear nothing from Justice Panton. So the argument that you're going to the diaspora to beg money and talking about corruption, what corruption? Where is the corruption, Mark Golding? Let me tell you, where is the corruption? Corruption is what is happening at the KCC under Mayor Swaby, where Comrade Lawrence Rose said that he was given $300,000 of our taxpayer dollar to run PNP campaign program, where PNP candidate was given $500,000 of our taxpaying dollar, where PNP done in a central Kingston got taxpayer money, where PNP hardware in Mountain View was spending taxpayer dollar, where PNP hardware in West Rural St. Andrew was spending taxpayer dollar. That is corruption. Corruption is the $1 billion that is missing at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation. Corruption is the $1 billion that is missing at the Hanover Municipal Corporation, and the $600 million that is missing at the Westmoreland Corporation. Corruption is the renting out of the market in Westmoreland to the PNP businessman. That is corruption. The people of Jamaica is rejecting you and your false narrative and your propaganda, Mark Golding. You think you cry yet? You think you cry yet, Mark Golding? You better hold up your stress. Hold up your stress, because time turn back pan you. Time turn back pan you. And as a matter of fact, Mark Jefferson Golding, I also heard when you said in your speech on Saturday that the media is against your party. Mark Golding, you forgot to say your friend and Tapanaris brethren, Miss Comrade Matalan, came out in an orange hat and say him a go with Golding. I want that's why at Inabada go with you again. Inabada go with you again. Guys, it look like something go down with Mark Golding and Comrade Golding, Comrade Mande over RJR, Because I don't know if you notice something. The Gleaner did not bring that one article about the PNP today. Don't tell me if I'm wrong, because me not really watch them closely, but me go over there. Tell me if I'm wrong, Road Unknown. Did you see any article about the PNP in the Gleaner today? The Gleaner, the Comrade Gleaner, for the first time since 2021, did not bring that one article about the PNP today. Normally, when the PNP have them campaign and them event, the Gleaner make sure, the TVJ make sure they send out them reporter, them blogger, and then put it on them print media, and then put it on TVJ. And I was searching the Comrade Gleaner today, and I did not see anything about Mark Golding and the PNP in the Gleaner today. Look like something happened between Mark Golding and Comrade Matalan. Something happened between Mark Golding and Comrade Matalan. Labor right, we know what happened, We know what happened. We know say the Gleaner see the writing on the wall. We know that based on the sentiments on the ground and the mood, the gleaners see that them back the wrong horse. So now they will try to bring themselves from the left and bring themselves to the center now and try to be more fair and more balanced. For 3 years, the gleaner has been going with Golden. For 3 consecutive years, the gleaner has been going with Golden. And for the first time, me not see no, the gleaner, the PNP not dominate the news. Wow! Wow! So Mark Golden went in the diaspora to beg. Mark Golden went in the diaspora to beg on the weekend, talking about polls. Mark Golden, we, the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, we were not depending on Dan Anderson poll. We know our poll finding, we know our internal poll, and we trust Blue Dot, and we know say the Jamaica Labour Party is 6 points ahead in the poll. We know that. And no amount of spinning and whitewashing and burying information by the gleaner can distract the people of Jamaica. You think you cry yet? You think you cry yet? You also said in your speech on Saturday that the Jamaica Labour Party is the party of elite. And the Jamaica Labour Party is a party of the elite. I want to ask you a question, Mark Jefferson Golden. What is the difference between elite and tapanaris? Can somebody in the chat please type and tell me what is the difference between elite and tapanaris? Because the last time I checked, it was Mark Jefferson Golden who stood on a political platform and said, when him form government, him and a bunch of tapanaris are going to run the country. So how is it now that Mark Golden is coming to tell the people of Jamaica that Andrew Michael Olney's government is a government for elite? The first time since independence, when we had the first election in Jamaica, the PNP fielded all doctors, all lawyers, and the Jamaica Labour Party fielded farmers and truck drivers. You don't remember? How comes the Jamaica Labour Party is the party of elite and we are dirty laborer? Remember, we got the name Dirty Labour right because we are dirty labour right, and Buster Manty was advocating for the labourers and the cane cutters. Where did Mark Golden get that narrative? We, the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, we need to mash down that lie. We need to mash down that lie because the Jamaica Labour Party has always been the party that look out for the ordinary people and the poor people and the hardworking people of Jamaica. The People's National Party is the party for tapanaris. That's why Jefferson could have buy that seat. The PNP has always been the party for tapanaris. The PNP has always been the party that sell them the safe seat. The PNP was the first party to feel all doctors and all lawyers and all teachers when the Jamaica Labour Party and the Bustamante feel cane cutters and farmers and truck drivers and housekeepers. We are the party for poor people. The Jamaica Labour Party is the party for poor people. That is why the Jamaica Labour Party has invested $1 billion in our social program. That is why the Jamaica Labour Party has put more money in the PATH program, has put more money in the pension program, has put more money in the NHF program. That is why the Jamaica Labour Party has bought more JUTC buses and expand them all over in rural areas. We have always been the party for poor people. That is why the PNP them say we are dunce, because we are the party for the dunce and the poor people. Where is this argument coming from that the Jamaica Labour Party is for the elite? Where is that argument coming from when Mark Golden is a tapanaris and him born goes put in his mouth and him born with a trust fund? Mark Golden has never went to bed hungry. Talking about the Jamaica Labour Party is the party for elite. The Jamaica Labour Party is the party for poor people. That is why we deployed JUTC buses in rural area and tapanaris. Michael Phillips, who ban with ghost put in our mouth, could have go on a political platform and say the government should give country people no JUTC buses. How can you say that the Jamaica Labour Party is the party for elite when the Jamaica Labour Party has done more for the poor people in this country than any other government? How can you say the Jamaica Labour Party is the party for elite when it is the Andrew Holness government that has removed the guarantor from student loan so poor people picnic can go college? How can you say that Andrew Michael Holness government is the government for elite when it's the Andrew Holness government that has moved the fee from Archers so that poor people picnic can go and get a skill? How can you say that Andrew Michael Holness government is the government for elite when it is the Andrew Holness government that make it possible for cancer patients to get the medication for less than $15,000? Eh? How can you say that Andrew Michael Holness is the government for elite people when Andrew Holness is making house for the poor and indigent people in our country? Over 400 houses in the national indigent program under Andrew Michael Holness. How can you say that Andrew Holness government is for the elite when Minister Mackenzie is giving away over 300 poor relief house? What are you talking? We, the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, we need to mash down that lie. We need to mash down that narrative talking about the PNP is more for the poor. The PNP is more for the handout. There's a difference. There's a difference between teaching a man to fish and giving a man a fish. There's a difference between teaching a man to fish and giving a man a fish. The PNP believes in giving a man a fish. The Jamaica Labour Party believes in teaching a man to fish so he can fish and find food for the rest of his life and feed his family. The PNP believe in a handout and give you $5,000 every time when you're hungry. That is the difference. We need to make the difference. We need to differentiate. The PNP believe in handout. The Jamaica Labour Party believes in opportunity. That is the difference. There's a difference between handout and opportunity. Andrew Michael Holness government has done more for poor people than any other government since 1962. And I heard Mark Gold in his speech talking about how when Michael Manley was growing the economy, Lee and you came to Jamaica and look at the concept. I don't understand because I wasn't born in that time. I'm sure Chopper and Chuck and other people tell me, say, Lee and you came here under Edward Seaga and look at the policies of Edward Seaga and copy it. How is Mark Golding rewriting history now? How is Mark Golding trying and making an attempt to rewrite history, guys? Can you believe that nonsense? Can you believe that nonsense? From I was born out of my mother orange womb, I have never heard a PNP person talk about Lee Kuan Yew. From I was born, I have never. Mark Golding is the first PNP person me talk about Lee Kuan Yew. The first PNP people, I'm not telling a lie. Wanna go listen. I have always heard the information. I'm a reader upon it, and I first hear it from Chopper, Chuck, Bernard, and them people there. I was so surprised when I listened to Mark Golding 2 years ago, and Mark Golding said Michael Manley policies, Lee Kuan Yew came to Jamaica and copy it. What is going on with Mark Jefferson Golding? Mark Golding is trying to rewrite history right before our very eyes. What a man disingenuous and lie. What a man lie. I have me hear the PNP talk about Norman Manley. Me hear the PNP talk about Fidel Castro. Me hear the PNP talk about Simon Bolivar. Me hear the PNP talk about Michael Manley. I have never heard the PNP talk about Singapore. This is the first time because Mark Golding is so desperate for state power. He's trying to rewrite history. And those persons that Mark Golding went to Connecticut to speak to, them the people run away from Jamaica under Michael Manley. Those persons that he went to the diaspora to beg money from, them same people that run away under Michael Manley because Michael Manley gave them free education and spent out our taxpaying money upon them. And when they finish and couldn't get a job, Michael Manley tell himself to go all overseas, and they left with that opportunity that they got from us. And then see him one over Connecticut, Mark Golding gone back for campaign fund from. And this is the first time you ever hear a PNP person talk about Lee Kuan Yew. The first time. I don't notice when him talk, he skip out the 90s completely. Mark Golding would want us to believe that the 90s never happened. And when I'm having a conversation with the PNP people, I normally sit down and listen to them, And they always run to say that the Jamaica Labour Party under Bruce Golding couldn't pass no IMF test and IMF this and IMF that and Jamaica Labour Party this and that. And let me tell you the difference with we and them Labour, right? We admit that we didn't pass the IMF test because we knew the reason were sabotage from the PNP in the public sector. We admit that because IMF told Bruce Golding to send them at the yard and Bruce never send them at the yard. That's beside the point. But what I don't understand with the PNP now, guys, the PNP want to forget what happened in the 90s. And in order for us to circumvent what happened in 2000, we have to go back to the 90s. We have to remember that it was Percival and Omar who mashed up the economy, finsacked the country and ballooned the debt and put the country in the predicament that we were in when Bruce Golding took over. We have to remember that had it not been for Percival and Omar, when Bruce Golding took over, we wouldn't have to go back and go beg IMF and the country wouldn't have to go through what we went through. So when Mark Golding was speaking to the runaway comrades, Mark Golding completely delete him, completely pretend like him forget about the 90s and the financial meltdown and the finsack and the sweetheart deal where DBNG get from Omar Davis. Mark Golding, we will not allow you to rewrite history. We, the people of Jamaica, will not allow you to rewrite in history. We will tell the people of Jamaica that you, Mark Golding, benefited from the from the financial meltdown in the 90s, created by Omar Davis and Percival Noel James Patterson. We will remind the people of Jamaica in months to come how you benefited from the back of poor people when come right way say you Mark Golding and the PNP presides over the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor people to the rich people. We will not forget. And the next thing Mark Golding said, guys, Mark Golding said that contract work. No, guys, I don't know if Mark Golding is deliberately doing this or because him want money, or him just disingenuous and lie. Because contract work was started under Percival Noel James Patterson. To date, the government of Jamaica is the highest employer of contract worker. Over 10,000 people the government employed per contract. You know why? Because under Percival Noel James Patterson, there was no work for the people of Jamaica. So they had to create vacancy for people. So they pad the public sector with private employees, under Percival. So when you hear Mark Golding Ghana diaspora talk about contract work, I am wondering if Mark Golding is deliberately acting like him no know or him just a liar man. Contract work started under Percival Noel James Patterson. And the private sector took it over and abused it because of the policies of People's National Party. Because the body that was set up, the public sector body that look over unionize and look over youth workers, they fall with union workers and PNP people. It is very, very hard to fire people in Jamaica. So what the employers used to do is put people on contract so they can't fire them when they want to fire them. Because it is very hard to fire people because of the policies of the People's National Party. Contract work, putting people on contract, taking advantage of people started under Percival. The hotel industry started it under Percival and lazy Wickham McNeil. Wickham McNeil sat idle and fold his hands and allow the hoteliers to take advantage of the people of Jamaica under Percival Noel James Pattison. Under Percival, people in the tourism sector was working less than minimum wage and was working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. Under Percival, all Wickham McNeil was doing is just sit down in and benefiting and lap and cocking 10 and a drink and a eat and have a good time. He didn't look out for the tourism workers. And then me hear Mark Golding down and look campaign fund and I talk about contract work. Mark Golding, do not forget that over thousands and thousands of people were moved to the taking off a contract work by Dr. Clark in 2023 and 2024. It was this government and the Dr. Clark that is moving to rectify the wrong. It is Dr. Clark and Andrew Michael Owens who is now fixing the problem that the People's National Party created under the 18.5 years of Percival. And then me hear Mark Golding say, guys, they are kind of reluctant to put out them ideas because the Jamaica Labour Party is stealing their ideas. And when we steal them ideas, the media is not giving them the credit. It is hard to prove. Mark Golding, I put it to you tonight. I dare you, Mark Jefferson Golding, to put out tonight and tell the people of Jamaica which policy where you recommend, which original policy where you put out to the people of Jamaica and the Jamaica Labour Party stole it. I put it to you, Mark Golding. I dare you, Mark Jefferson Golding, you and the PNP, to tell the people of Jamaica which ideas you, Mark Golding, suggest or recommend, and we, the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, TV, tell us. There is not one idea that the PNP come up with when already in a working the Jamaica Labour Party now do it. There's not one idea where the PNP have where that is already not being implemented by the Jamaica Labour Party. They say if we move the income tax threshold to $2 million, that is not a new idea. It started under the Jamaica Labour Party, unless we forget that in 2016, when Dr. Andy Shaw suggested, the PNP said it couldn't work and it is impossible. When Bruce Golding suggests free health care, the PNP said it couldn't work. When the Jamaica Labour Party suggests free education, they say it could not work. Which idea wanna come with, Mark Golding? Where are the ideas? You guys brain is empty. You guys are political bankrupt. If you are so politically lazy, which idea? There is no ideas you can come with, Mark Golding. Absolutely none. And me here not talk about water. First of all, Michael Manley contaminate all of the water table in Kingston and St. Andrew. All of the scheme where Michael Manley make Marvel and the scheme there where the water table people could get fresh water in Kingston and St. Andrew. Michael Manley contaminate it. We're not talking about water system. The PNP has done nothing for the people of Jamaica as it relates to water. All the PNP did was buy some water truck we couldn't manage the hilly terrain from them PNP friend in the diaspora. The People's National Party has done absolutely nothing as it relates to water. So when Mark Golding said on the political campaign when he got back with here that what will happen to our country if Andrew Holness farm government, the Andrew Holness government will make more water catchment, build more water reservoir in the 14 parishes in Jamaica under Andrew Michael Holness. The Greater Mandeville Water Program will come in stream in our third term. The Jamaica Labour Party government will build a water catchment in St. Thomas, where we have fresh water coming from the Yalas River between Portland and St. Thomas. That is what will happen to our country when we get our third term. So no amount of fear mongering and propaganda can distract the government of Jamaica. The people in diaspora cannot help you, Mark Golding. The people in diaspora cannot help you. Talking about what will happen to our country if Andrew Holness get the third term. Housing, Mark Golding, since 2016. I'm glad to every time when I come up with the argument, Comrade D and Jackson Miller shoot on the door. Since 2016, this Andrew Holness government has built more houses via housing trust than any other PNP government. All the PNP did under Portia Simpson Miller was use our tax dollars to build houses to PNP people down at Dela Cree Park. Those persons have never worked a day in their lives. All Portia Simpson did was use housing trust money to buy out outer money from her friend. All Portia did was use the housing trust money to balance the budget. It was the People's National Party under Peter Phillips, the first person who tapped into the housing trust fund to balance the budget, because you guys could not balance the budget because you run the country into bankruptcy. So when you ask what will happen to our country if Andrew Michael Holness gets the third term, these are some of the things that will happen to our country when we get the third term. Our country will move from a developing country to a first world country under Andrew Michael Holness. So when you ask, or when you make this statement, when you make the negative and the fear-mongering statement talking about, what will happen to our country will be fine. The ship is in good hand on Captain Andrew Michael Holness. We have a good captain. We have a good leader. We have a maximum leader. We have a good leader that is going to steady the ship and continue on the pathway and continue. The people of Jamaica is going to go on to get prosperity. That is what will happen under Andrew Michael Holness. The best is yet to come. We will not turn over our economy to the likes of you, Mr. Finsat Boss. We will not turn over our economy to the likes of Philip Paul, Net Serve and Cuban Light Bulb. We will not turn over our country to Outer Many Lambert Brown. We will not turn over our country to Dr. Dawes, who, when he was the head of the Medical Doctors Association, was using garbage bag as apron and plastic bag as gloves. We will not turn over our country to a bunch of tapanaris to rape and rob and line their pockets, Mark Jefferson Golding. Or the ship is in good hands. And you, Comrade Gleaner, me glad say Mark Golding slap on your back, because I spoke about this topic to the Labour right last week, Thursday. And you guys was mad at me. But I hope you see the article in the Gleaner, where the Gleaner editorial put out, trying to shape the narrative and trying to tell the government of Jamaica to push back against President Trump, reading medical doctors from Cuba. I hope you see, because I was telling you something. So you don't hear me come on my platform with something, is because I am paying attention to the global politics. Because I am paying attention to the global politics. I mean, we say, what drop off a head up America, drop our shoulder in a Jamaica. And we cannot be blindsided. We have an election to win. We have an election to win. So we need to educate ourselves. We need to keep informed. And we need to stay on the ball. So when the PNP and the Gleaner put out any false narrative, any fake news, any propaganda, we mash down the lies immediately. We have to stay up on top of our game. Because guys, remember, let me tell you something. 2 years ago, up to 18 months ago, I don't know if you don't notice this, but up to 18 months ago, I had to withdraw myself from politics and from social media, because I feel like it was taking a toll on my mental health. Because the thought, especially after the local government election, Because, Andrea, the thought of the PNP forming government, it immediately put me in depression. And people who know me personally, call me, check up on me, ask me if I'm all right and everything. Because it's because I live through the 18.5 years of Percival. And I know what it is like to suffer under Percival. The thought of the PNP, when the Gleaner and the IC and the civil society group and everybody turned up for Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party, me feel like say me that cave in. And just the thought of the PNP winning the next election and setting back our country 30 years for my child and our children, it was giving me a serious mental problem, I tell you guys. When I'm glad I'm one big up the bloggers of the Jamaica Labour Party because we got through it the past 2 years. We got through it and with the PNP media, the civil society group, everybody come down for Andrew Holness, the IC, everybody. And I am so proud tonight to say that we weathered the storm. We ride out with storm. We withstood the test of time, and now we can confidently say that the Jamaica Labour Party is on our way to our third term. We ride out with storm, Labour right. We went one time over TikTok. No Labour right never over TikTok. The Labour right there afraid to come up. Remember when we go over TikTok and me alone over there, me and two little other person. I get political and sports over there. Me did over there. Me and one of the few Labour right go over there go show me face. Me and Chuck and Chopper. Labour right there afraid to show their face because the PNP dominate the social media, dominate the mainstream media. I see everybody come down power like a tsunami. And and Rusty. And I must say, Labour rights, pat on yourself on the shoulder. Because we ride out with storm. We stand up strong like the rock of Gibraltar. We trust the process. We trust the Prime Minister. We stood by our Prime Minister. Even when the IC put out false news against him, when Greg Christie put out false news against the Prime Minister, we stood with our Prime Minister. And we are very, very happy to say that we are now on the path for our third term. And guys, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. We're still on the battlefield. And we still have to continue the fight. And we still have, can you hear Mark? Guys, you hear Mark Golding? Oh, the JLP and communication team is powerful. You don't hear that? You don't hear Mark Golding talk about the Jamaica Labour Party communication is powerful? Wow. Wow. Remember, guys, Mark Golding have the entire RJR media with him, Mark Golding have the entire RJR media. Mark Golding have the biggest blogger, the biggest YouTuber in Jamaica on his side, which is the transmission over YouTube, Him have Carlos in the diaspora. Him have Rattigan. Him have with the other one in Canada. Him have two in Canada. Carlos in America. Rattigan in America. Him have the transmission, him have Cartel, him have Popcorn, him have everybody on his side. All we have a Vegas and Mark Golding said the Jamaica Labour Party is powerful. Guys, you don't pat on yourself on your shoulder. Labour right, pat on yourself on your shoulder because this is a David and Goliath moment. This is a David and Goliath moment. We bring down the mighty mainstream media. We brought the mighty mainstream media down to its knees. We need to pat ourselves on the shoulder, Labour right. Yes, because the race is not for the swift. but those who can endure to the end. And we not give up, guys. We not celebrate because we not accomplished nothing yet. We're not celebrating because we not accomplished nothing yet. The third term is the goal. And know that our Prime Minister is on the ground. Know that the people of Jamaica is seeing the work of the Prime Minister. Everywhere the Prime Minister go, down to the baby palm breast love our Prime Minister. Know that the MP, them a do them work. Spark program a spark over St. Thomas. When you look on social media, the people of St. Thomas is thanking MP Charles. Thank her for the work where she do. She provide water, she fix road, she dey on the ground every day. I never see a woman busybody so like MP Charles. You never turn on your phone and you don't see MP Charles out her. Me wonder if out there she live. Me wonder if out there Michelle Charles live. She always there St. Thomas. She's on the ground. And remember, say, Michelle Charles' constituency has been won by the 5-star lazy general, William Fenton Ferguson. That is a hard seat to win. And Michelle Charles is putting in the work. Michelle Charles is putting in the work. She's fixing more roads than any other PNP government. She's providing water for the people of St. Thomas. The urban urban center so finished. And people gonna get more work in St. Thomas. Right here in Mandeville, the Greater Mandeville Water Project so finished by next 3 months from now. MP Crawford is fixing more road. Next week, the Spark program I'm going to spark all over Central, guys. I will be going on the road to take video and show you where going on Central, in Barnstable, in Patrick, all over Central Manchester. The work is going on. So the people of Jamaica is finally say, wait a minute. Then if the Jamaica Labour Party is so corrupt and we see them do so much work, then better we keep them in. If Mark Golding claimed to say the Jamaica Labour Party is so corrupt and we see so much road are fixed, how much people are get water, how much young people are get job, how much farmers are get help, how much poor people are get house, part program, people are get money from part program. Might as well we keep in Andrew Holness. Might as well. Because we not hear the other man come with no plan. We don't hear Mark Golding with any new plans. I saw on Twitter where he come again and I talk about how FEMA government is going to focus on training more skilled workers. We are already doing that, Mark Jefferson Golding. Go and look at what the MP from St. Mary name. Dr. Dunn. Go and look on Dr. Dunn's Facebook page. Art is now training students to repair ships. Art and Caribbean Maritime is now doing a program to train young people to maintain and to fix ships. We are not training more people. The JDF and Artrust is not training people. We're not training more engineer. We're training more electrician. We're training more plumbers. There is nothing left for you to do, Mark Golding. We are already doing it. We are now focusing on training more people for areas where we have the vacancies. In the Ministry of Health, we are now giving out scholarship for people that we need in special part in the health sector, for specialist areas. We're going to be building 5 STEM schools. We don't need, Mark Golding, you don't have no plans proper. You don't have no policies. What are you going to come with when it comes to crime? Oh, Jesus. When it comes to crime, Mark Golding, no other government. I heard the Prime Minister in a speech 2 days ago. The Prime Minister said this government has tripled the budget of our security forces in our country. Triple. What are your plans? And I already said at the start of my program that the Jamaica Labour Party government will invest in processing plant and cold storage for our farmers. Everything can do overnight, Mark Golding. And we will do this with the money that we have in the budget. We will not put on a little tax for nothing. Like what Nathan Campbell said, we already earmarked the funds to do that. There will be no new taxes. And I said this, and I have not spoken to the Prime Minister of Favour, but Labour, right, remember me telling you this Andrew Holness government will reduce GCT. Remember me telling you that. This Andrew Holness government will reduce the GCT. And I saw in the paper where a PNP person saying that they're calling on the government to remove the tax off a sanitary pad. Una forgot your PNP and Omar Davis put the tax on sanitary pad? Una forgot your Omar Davis tax sanitary pad and tax salt? Omar Davis did it. So we don't want you guys, and there's no problem in you guys asking the government to fix it, but we need to put things in context. It was the People's National Party under Omar Davis who taxed sanitary pad. Now, Andrew Michael Holness will decrease the consumption tax. I put it to you. That will help the poor people in the country. This will alleviate the cost of goods and the cost of living in the country. Even though cost of living is high worldwide because inflation is high everywhere. But you don't know, you don't ask and this government will deliver. You guys ask and this government will deliver. This government under Andrew Michael Holness put people first. In our budget, in the next budget coming up, that will be read next week, majority of the things in the budget is going to be about kitchen table issue. This budget that Minister Favour will be reading next month, guys, it is going to be about kitchen table issues. The government already fixed other area. Security get where them forget already. Education are sort out. Agriculture, we're going to now focus on kitchen table issue. Inflation. Me hear Mark Golding talking about, in a field government is going to do this and do that. Where more get the money from? Where will you get the money from, Mark Golding? Because based on your policies, you will be removing $400 million from the budget to run social program for PNP people. So where will the money come from to do all these bag of things that you're planning to do? Are you planning to tax the people of Jamaica again? Put on a little tax here and a little tax there and a little tax everywhere? Because remember, the PNP is the party of tax. So when you hear Mark Golding, guys, gone over in the diaspora to talk about, what will happen to the country if Andrew Holness win the election. Me list a lot of things that will happen to the country when Andrew Michael Holness get his third term. I'm here. The transmission since night, or last night, I don't know when, so that he has been in Portland walking on much hills and valleys. I said it the other night and let me say it again. The PNP, uno go for cartel, uno go for popcorn, uno go for chronic law, uno go for Kiprich, uno go for Tanya Stevens, and now uno gonna St. Vincent and the Grenadines for Gonzalez. Uno could have wake up Michael Manley, Normal Manley, Fidel Castro, Simon Bolivar, Hugo Chavez. No matter who uno could have wake up Queen Elizabeth. The people of East Portland do not want Isaac Buchanan. The people of East Portland will be sticking with Anne-Marie Vaz. And you can know so them in a trouble, guys. Because there's so much people in going around the gang campaign. There's so much people in going around the gang campaign. And it's, oh God, we forgot Bojo. We forgot Bojo Erica. We don't go for Bojo. And no matter politician, no matter artist, no matter anybody who don't come with, the people of Jamaica prefer substance over hype. The people of Jamaica prefer substance over hype. The people of Jamaica want tangible things. The people of Jamaica want a government that is putting in things that can benefit them for the future. The people of Jamaica don't want a distraction from you, Mark Golding. So because your PNP poll have you for 18%, you turn around now and across your poll. That's the PNP poll. That's the PNP poll, Mark Golding. Oh, all of a sudden you don't love your pollster again. Well, guys, we the members of the Jamaica Labour Party under Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, we will not be distracted by no poll number and nothing. We have a job to do. We have an election to win. We know what we need to do to win. We have done it before in 2016 when Dan Anderson said the PNP up by 5%. In 2015, and I remember, we did it. In 2020, when Bill Johnson said PNP up, or that, and Dan Anderson said PNP was 5 points behind, we won them. We won the election. And in 6 months from now, when the election is called, Andrew Michael Holness will return as our Prime Minister and our Commander-in-Chief. And Labour right, let me tell you this from now. The bloggers, I know that we are doing a good job. I know that we are effective. Let me tell you something, guys. The Jamaica Labour Party bloggers on TikTok run the PNP off of TikTok. You don't realize? The long-standing PNP bloggers, the Barracuda, Caution, so a nice one, gone like a kite. That's a new one, me see push up their head now. That's a new one now, me see push up their head now. They over there fighting one another, you know what I'm dog eat that they over there do, because they don't have no idea, they don't have no plan, they don't have no topic. They don't have anything. Mark Golding no give them nothing to campaign on. Mark Golding no give them no policies. So they are like they're back against the wall over there. The Jamaica Labour Party is dominating TikTok. I remember when we just started, we never have no presence over there, you know. The Jamaica Labour Party is dominating TikTok, where the young people resides. And over YouTube, I'm not going to lie, they're still strong on YouTube because they have the transmission and they have the one in the diaspora. But you know what the problem is? The people on YouTube have more options now. 18 months ago, the Jamaica Labour Party never have no presence on YouTube. Now we have 3 ton back comrade that do what they can. Me not really put them on the list. We still have some JLP bloggers over there trying and putting out videos and I get views. Guys, we have to keep at it. We have to keep at it. Even when it feel like nobody now watch we have to keep at it. Because we are being effective. Our Prime Minister is on the ground. Our Prime Minister is putting out the information. Our members of Parliament are on the ground. They are doing door to door. They are reaching people. And guys, in closing, the Minister of Water and the government will be distributing water tanks to the needy and the farmers and the people who need it. Labor rights. I say this already, I'm going to say it again. Be vigilant. If you don't know a labor right farmer who needs a tank, reach out. If you don't know one labor right household who need a tank, reach out. It don't make no sense to stay on a little corner and say, oh, me not get nothing. I want one tank and I get tank and me not get none. Reach out. See Dulcinea go up. You see Dulcinea go up at St. Mary and see one old person who need the tank and call Cliff Hughes today and Cliff Hughes going to make 2 calls. We have to do our part. We have to do our part. We cannot depend on the MP to do everything. MP cannot be in every community. We, the labor right, have to stay on the ground and listen. When we are at this ground to labor right and murmur about something, if we can't fix it or we can't intervene. We have an election to win. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. We no win yet. We no win. We no cross the finish line as yet. We are putting in the work. We are putting in the work. But we're not crossed the finish line yet. And we are waiting on you, Mark Jefferson Golden, to come out and tell the people of Jamaica what policies the Jamaica Labour Party stole from you guys. What policies you, Mark Golden, put out with the Jamaica Labour Party thief. Come out and tell the people of Jamaica, why are you shy? What are you shy about? Come out and tell the people of Jamaica which policy we thief from Uno. Because the People's National Party is the pipeline national party. Everything always in the pipeline, while the Jamaica Labour Party is the implementation party. The Jamaica Labour Party is the Jamaica party that listens to the people. Jamaican listening to the people. We implement, we perform, we execute. That's what we do. That is what we do. So you, Mark Golden, come out and tell the people of Jamaica, me see you put out 2 little video on social media, that not gonna work. That not gonna work. Put out more stuff. Put out more stuff, make we hear it. Guys, I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for continuing to watch Munchibi Talks Politics. I want to thank you guys for continuing to hold Mark Golden and the PNP accountable. And for the people in Portmore, the JLP people and the undecided people, please do not allow Mark Jefferson Golden and the PNP to set back on a parish. They did it under the 18.5 years of Percival. They did it with the toll road. Please do not allow the PNP to set back on a parish. In 2012, the PNP had Mayor Lee, they had all the councillors, and they had the 3 members of parliament, and the PNP did absolutely nothing for the people of Portmore. In 2012, they had Mayor Lee, they had Fitz Jackson, they had Alnaldo Brown, and they had Pagan away one year. Plus they had councillors, and they did absolutely nothing for the people of Portmore. Now they come to tell you about, oh, they're gonna make Portmore wellness city. What wellness city when you not even collect the garbage them in a Portmore? What wellness city when Fitz Jackson not even fix the road in a Portmore? Which wellness city when the smell of sewage kill the pit them a St. Greater Portmore High? What wellness city when the people of Waterford, the place was paid up and the bus stop them want some proper upkeep? What wellness? You mean all Dr. Dawes want to do is privatize Portmore and open more private facilities for him and in Tapanari, his friend? You need to, guys, people in Portmore, who need to reject the PNP. Reject the PNP and run them out of Portmore. They have no plans, no policies, and no hope. Guys, I see we have 300 people over here and only 175 likes. Could you please bring up my like to 200 before me leave, please, and thanks. The PNP have the council. And people from Portmore, if you call Cliff, used to tell them, say, oh, people take, man take over the road and turn the garbage. The PNP have the council and the garbage now collect. The PNP have the councils and the road now fix. The PNP have the council and you're going to Portmore. Portmore is a mess. What wellness city Dr. Dawes is talking about? Dr. Dawes, you are untrustworthy. Dr. Dawes, no, you can't tell the people of Jamaica who poisoned you. You came out and say you was poisoned, and you come out and say about a poison again, and then you come out and say you're poisoned. You're confused. We cannot trust you. You are untrustworthy. You are dishonest. We do not trust you. We do not trust you, Dr. Dawes. But wellness city. Listen to me. Show me your company, I tell you who you are. Why not start turn Portmore in a wellness city from now? How about starting the process from now, Mayor Thomas? Mayor Thomas, how about starting the process from now? Start the process by cleaning up the place. Start the process by implementing proper garbage collection. Start the process by removing the old car them and the mash up car them out of the road and the illegal garage. Move those. Start the process by start planting up some tree in the open areas. Start the process from now. What is stopping you? You guys have no plans. You guys have no policies. And what the people of Portmore know is that anything the Jamaica Labour Party say that they're going to do, they do it. They actually do it. So guys, again, I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for tuning into Munchie B Talks Politics. And we will continue the conversation all over social media. I'm going to want to big up Marlon Morgan. I want to big up Marlon Morgan. I want to big up Senator Steve Wright, because the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister is playing chess and the PNP are playing draft. Because these two persons, these two new additions to the Senate was genius. I mean, hear the one Peter Bunting talking about, then the analogy say, the Jamaica Labour Party desperate, so we are put on people at the end of the match. Peter Bunting, you don't know about football. When Barcelona play a match, or Real Madrid, or when City name City, or Liverpool, when them have team 5 love, 3 love, then take off Lamine Yamal, then take off Lewandowski, then take off Rafinha, and then put on the reserve. When Real Madrid slap up team, then rest Mbappe, then rest Vinicius, then rest Rodrigo, and then put on the reserve. Same thing goes to Man City when Man City used to name Man City. Then take off Haaland, and then put on the reserve. Then take off Salah from Liverpool, and then put on the reserve. This is what the Jamaica Labour Party is doing. We have the team. The team is wide. The team is wide, and with team we have a wide variety of and bright, competent people. So it's not a situation where we are move out bad people and are put in good people or whatever. With team is versatile. So we are rest. We start in line up and put on we reserve. And let me tell you something. The beat we want to get from Steve Wright and Senator Morgan Friday. We don't say we not joke. We don't think then they come in at the Senate to come one bench. We don't think so we send Senator Morgan at the Senate to come one bench. So in quiet Peter Bunting. Me say when he put on lick pan Peter Bunting, aye! Peter Bunting don't stop scream. When he put on beating pan Peter Bunting Friday, so Peter Bunting, let me tell you something. Your time come and done long time. The people of Central Manchester reject you. And the people of Jamaica hate you. And the people of South Manchester will sort you out. Well, save and accept until we sort out things with Mr. Chain. But Bunting not to come back in our parliament. Bunting is a failure and a user. So guys, I want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank you for continuing to watch Munchie B Talks Politics, where we dissect the daily happenings and we go through the politics. Thank you very much. Big up with Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Michael Holness. Big up Dr. Chang. Remember when Dr. Chang get the position as Minister of Security, the PNP lambast him, the PNP criticize him, Dr. Chang asleep, this and that. No realize, they're not even call Dr. Chang name in labor, right? You don't realize how the PNP now call Dr. Chang name in their mouth. 2 years ago, the man name couldn't rest. They put up so much picture. How Dr. Chang asleep. How Dr. Chang this. How Dr. Chang that. No. Not a soul remember Dr. Chang. Not a soul now call Dr. Chang name. Because Dr. Chang just went about and did his job. He gave the JCF what they asked for. He did not intervene. He did not try to run the force. He gave them the investment that they asked for, and now the people of Jamaica is seeing the reward. The people of Jamaica is seeing reaping the success. Now we have cameras everywhere, all over in a town. We have camera everywhere in a Kingston. We have camera in all over in a Jamaica, thanks to the policies of Dr. Chang and Andrew Michael Holness. Dr. Chang will go down as the best security minister in Jamaica. Dr. Clark already done the book as the best finance minister in Jamaica. Dr. Tufton is on the path to become the best health minister in Jamaica. And as soon as Flight Green finish where I do, sort out the farmers, sort out the storage, processing plant and whatever, he's already on the path. Minister Charles, you know, notice the PNP now call for him name. Ain't you the PNP now call nobody name, you know, guys. That means them a work. Ain't you the PNP now not to criticize them, say, that mean to say them a work. So, you know, say Pernell Charles Jr. are doing work. In the baga, in a walk run and talk. Performance boss that. So I want to thank Andrew Holness and the team for giving us this record amount of achievements to campaign on. I want to thank you, Dr. Andrew Holness. Thank you to the minister them who are doing them work. Thank you to the MP that is doing them work. And thank you to the bloggers on TikTok who are putting in the work. Thank you to the bloggers on YouTube. Thank you to the Jamaica Labour Party. And guys, thank you so much for watching me. Tomorrow night, I will not be coming live tomorrow night on YouTube. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I will not be able to do any live tomorrow night. I want to apologize in advance. I will not be able to do any live tomorrow night on YouTube due to circumstances beyond my control. I may go live on TikTok, but it's just going to be for you guys to see what's going on and where I'm at and everything. I will not be able to do any talking or nothing, but me sure so the Labour right them over TikTok will be going live, and there will be a lot of platform for you guys to go on and continue with the work and continue to tell the people of Jamaica why they should stick with Andrew Michael Holness. Thank you. Bridget Wayala, thank you guys and good night.